Slayer, choose wisely. Parasite. Vindicator.
My life is for soldiers on discard.
Blitz. Empath. Armadon. Magmus. Hammerstorm. Arachna. Let's get it on.
After you. Prepared to travel. After you. Prepared to travel. History is written by the victors. Complacency is so dull. Why? After you. Right away. Prepared to travel. Complacency is so dull. Indeed.
ทาทัพถล่มมันให้พินาศ
Prepared to travel. Right away. After you. Complacency is so dull. After you. Complacency is so dull. Prepared to travel. I never worry about action. After you. Right away. It's inevitable. Complacency is so dull. I never worry about action. Complacency is so dull. History is written by the victors. Right away. How absurd. I never worry about action. I shall end this feud. After you. Degenerates. Right away. History is written by the victors. I beseech you. How absurd. Complacency is so dull. I never worry about action. Prepared to travel. I never worry about action. Degenerates. Complacency is so dull. I never worry about action. Right away. I shall end this feud. Complacency is so dull. Right away.
Enemy
I
hero
never
heading
worry
middle.
about action. Complacency
Enemy
is
hero
so
heading middle.
dull. Prepared to try. How absurd. Right away. Degenerates. After you. How absurd. Right away. It's inevitable. Exercise restraint. Prepared to travel. After you. Prepared to travel. After you. History is written by the victors. I never worry about action. How absurd. Exercise restraint. Right away. Fine day. Prepared to travel. Exercise restraint. I never worry about action. After you. Degenerates. Right away. Yes? Prepared to travel. Indeed. After you. I shall end this feud. Degenerates. Complacency is so dull. After you. Exercise restraint. Exercise restraint. Complacency is so dull. I never worry about action. Yes? Prepared to travel. Fine day. Right away. It's inevitable. Prepared to travel. How
Danger.
absurd. I never worry about action. After you. It's inevitable. How absurd. Degenerates. Prepared to travel. How absurd. History is written by the victors. After you. Why? Complacency is so dull, it's inevitable. I never worry about action.
Now
After
I will
you.
catch my quarry.
Exercise restraint. Exercise restraint. Yes? Right away. I never worry about action. Exercise restraint. Prepared to travel. Exercise restraint. I shall end this
Invisibility.
indeed. I beseech you. I never worry about action. Complacency is so dull. Prepared to travel. Right away. Degenerates. After you. Prepared to travel. Indeed. After you. Complacency is so dull. History is written by the victors. I shall end this feud. Right away. Complacency is so dull. I never worry about action. Right away. History is written by the victors. How absurd. Complacency is so dull. Right away. Complacency is so dull.
ทัพหน้าต้องการกำลังเสริม
I never worry about action. It's inevitable. I shall end this feud. Fine day. Complacency is so dull. Why? I never worry about action. Indeed, after you. Complacency is so dull. I never worry about action. After you, degenerates. I never worry about action. Prepared to travel. History is written by the victors. I never worry about action. Complacency is so dull. Right away. I never worry about action. I shall end this feud. After you. Exercise restraint. Exercise restraint. Prepared to travel. History is written by the victors. Fine day. How absurd. Complacency is so dull. After you. I beseech beseech you. Prepared to try.
Beware.
Exercise restraint. It's inevitable. Complacency is so dull. Yes, after you. Complacency is so dull. I never worry about action. Right away. Exercise restraint. Prepare to try.
ทัพหน้าต้องการกำลังเสริม
After you. I shall end this feud. History is written by the victors, prepared to travel. Degenerates. How absurd. Degenerates. Exercise restraint. Exercise restraint after you. History is written by the victors. Degenerates. Complacency is so dull. Indeed. Yes? Prepared to travel. Indeed. I never worry about
ราคา
action.
หน้าพินาศแล้ว
I beseech you. Right away. Indeed. After you. How absurd. Exercise restraint. Prepared to travel. I never worry about action. Prepared to travel. I beseech you. Fine day. History is written by the victors.
When do the real warriors show up?
I never worry about action. After you. Degenerates. I never worry about action. I
ทัพ
beseech
หน้าต้อง
you.
การกำลังเสริม
Right away. It's inevitable. Prepared to travel. Exercise restraint.
Yeah.
ทัพหน้าต้องการกำลังเสริม
Right away. After you, I shall end this feud. History is written by the victors. Complacency is so dull. It's inevitable. Indeed. After you. Exercise restraint. Complacency is so dull. Prepared to travel. I beseech you. I never worry about action. After you. Complacency is so dull. Prepared to travel. Complacency is so dull. Right away. Why? Degenerates. Complacency is so dull. Never worry about action. Prepared to travel. It's inevitable. How absurd. Indeed. Right away. I beseech you. After you. Yes? Prepared to travel. Why? I never worry about action. Indeed. After you. Yes? Right away. Degenerates. Prepared to travel. I shall end this feud. I never worry about action. Complacency is so dull. Right away. I never worry about action. Complacency is so dull. I never worry about action. Indeed. It's inevitable. After you. History is written by the victors. Fine day. I never worry about action. Right away. It's inevitable. Exercise restraint. Prepared to travel. Yes? Fine day. Right away. After you. Prepared to travel. Complacency is so dull. Indeed. Right away. Fine day. Prepared to travel. Right away. I never worry about action. Complacency is so dull. How absurd. Exercise restraint. Exercise restraint.
Silence!
Right away. Indeed. I never worry about action. Fine day. After you. Complacency is so dull. Prepared to travel. After you.
ปราการหน้าพินาศแล้ว
Right away. After you. Exercise restraint. Why? I never worry about action. Degenerates. Prepared to travel.
ปรา
How
การหน้าพินาศ
absurd.
แล้ว
I never worry about action. Fine day. I shall end this feud. I beseech you. Right away. Prepare to travel.
Another soul.
Right away. It's inevitable.
ทัพหน้าต้องการกำลังเสริม
Complacency is so dull. After you, degenerates. Right away. History is written by the victors. Exercise restraint.
Slap the troll.
I beseech you. Degenerates. Complacency is so dull. Right away. I shall end this feud.
ราคาหน้าที่
Complacency
น่า
is so dull. Right away. Degenerates. Yes? I never worry about action. Complacency is so dull. Fine day. I shall end this feud. Exercise restraint. Prepared to travel. Indeed. Exercise restraint.
ทัพหน้าต้องการกำลังเสริม
Fine day. Yes, I never worry about action. Fine day. It's inevitable. I shall end this feud. Why? Complacency is so dull. After you. It's inevitable. I never worry about action. Exercise restraint. Exercise restraint. Exercise restraint. Exercise restraint. Right away. I beseech you. I never worry about action. Prepare to travel. Power surge. Prepared to travel. Fine day. Complacency is so dull. Prepared to travel. Degenerates. After you. Exercise restraint. Why? Prepared to travel.
รบร้อยครั้งชนะร้อยครั้ง